Now that we have looked at how you can embed images with links into text widgets so that they can appear on sidebars on your website, the next step is to take it a step further and to, instead of linking out to a web page, that you can subscribe automatically to a podcast. Now this image here, NMP and D iTunes podcast subscribe, is going to allow me to click once. It's going to open iTunes, and then when I click OK, it's going to open the application and automatically subscribe to a podcast. I'm going to quit out of there for the moment. And up here we have the image that we've previously linked to Google. So I'm going to go back into my widgets here, and the text widget that I'm working on here is this one. So this is just the link to Google.ie, which is linking on this image. Now, the way that I'm going to do this is just simply to link, instead to a web page, I'm going to link to an XML file. And that XML file I can test here just to see if it's showing up as a feed. And you'll see that it is indeed showing up as a feed. So this is just a way of testing your feed before you start putting it into iTunes and stuff. So you'll see it shows up here with a title and a piece of text that indicates with the media file here, an MP3 file. So that's fine, that's going to work. So I'll go back to my widgets, and what I'll do is I will replace the link to Google with the link to the XML file. Now, the important thing here is that I'm not going to link to using my HTTP, because all that will do is send a web request. What I want to do is I want to send a request that not only allows me to access the XML file, but it instead asks me if I can open it up in iTunes. So that's what happened the last time. It's saying, can this XML file be opened in iTunes? And the way that you do that is with the ITPC, the iTunes protocol, // and then the URL to the XML feed. So when I click save, I'll be able to go back out there. I'll reload the page, and it should pop up on the right here now in a second when the page loads. So it's a little bit slow to load now. It's under my Twitter feed, so I click that, and it asks me, do I want to open iTunes? Yes. I can click remember so that this doesn't pop up anymore. I'll just click OK. It opens iTunes and it subscribes to my podcast, and you can see it here with the image there as well. So it's a nice way of allowing the user to access your podcast without having to go through the rigmarole of learning the XML file URL or anything like that.